Hey students, it's Mr. Sunny with Wholesome Learning, and in this video I am going to be showing you the I Am a Changemaker Google Classroom assignment and how I've written it so that way you can mirror your writing to be like mine, and that way you can really improve in your writing skills, in your descriptive skills, in your creative writing skills, and just generally just grow in your confidence skills when it comes to writing. So I know that we've been discussing a lot about this in class, and I want to go over it with you right now. So right now, if you guys can go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, it would be a great help. So that way you guys are always notified on whenever we put on out new videos. That way you can watch those new videos and grow in your reading, in your writing, and then one day in your math skills as well. So the very first thing that you're going to do is that you're going to go to classroom.google.com with your Gmail address. Now, if you are using your school Gmail address, it's not going to work. You need to create your own Gmail address, or if you're already using one, you're good and you're already in Google Classroom. If you're already in Google Classroom and you know what to do, you can fast forward this part, but this part is just for the students that are new and that are becoming students and are learning how to do this for the first time. So all new students, what you can do is you go to classroom.google.com, you log in with your Gmail address. After you do that, you're going to press this plus button right up top, and then you're going to click join class. Your class code is B5E5WP. Look at that class code, remember it, and you're going to click join. Bum, bum, bum. All right, now you're part of the Wholesome Learning Elite English class online. So welcome to our class. This very first assignment is the assignment that we're working on. So in class, we've watched this video. If you haven't watched it yet, please watch it. Then you're going to read this. So it says, essay topic, stop holding yourself back because of your fears. This year, you will dominate your challenges and rise past all doubts. You will grow to become your best and then continue growing. Your dreams will come true as long as you do not give up. In this writing assignment, you will be painting a powerful vision of who you will become. You will be using one of the story starters below to start your writing. So the story starters are in the Google Classroom sheet that we gave out to all of you. If you haven't got it yet, you will get it when you come to class. So here is the assignment schedule, and you will be filling out your planner with key dates. And the planner will give to you when you also come to class too. If you haven't received it yet, it's because you haven't come to class, and we'll give it to you when you come to class. So the very first thing is that these key dates. So this week, you were working on pre-writing and getting also your drafts done. So make sure you type in your drafts into Google Classroom by the end of this week, and tune in for the I Am a Changemaker lesson. That is what I'm recording right now, and I'm going to send the link out to all of you. So next week we're going to work on editing, and then the week after that in class the final drafts are due by 11:59, and then we'll be working on ReadWorks, and then the week after that we'll be having vocabulary quizzes. So next week we're also going to be doing the vocabulary lesson too, so make sure you be prepared for that. All right, let's get right into it. So the way that you do it is, here is my writing. So right over here, I want to go over a couple of things with you guys. So make sure that when you're writing, your writing is an Arial or Times New Roman and size 11, okay? Don't make it any bigger than 11. I know that when you make it size, let me show you, when you make it like size 14, it looks bigger and you've just filled in more pages. I know what you're doing. We know what you're doing. Don't do that. We did that when we were in school too, okay? But it doesn't work. What we're looking for is your quality writing, right? Like, it's not about how long it is, it's about how good your writing is. So let's get right into it. So here's my writing, and I used the story starter of I stood up on stage as they chanted my name. Sonny, Sonny, Sonny. The crowd roared with excitement as the spotlight swiveled around the stadium. The powerful music thundered through the hearts of every member of the audience while creating a sparkling energy throughout the room. I had made it. I had finally made it. I had conquered all doubts and finally became the person I had always wanted to be. I am special. So, in this beginning paragraph, I do a story starter, which you wrote in that first box of your pre writing. And I also described in detail what's going on. But I didn't say exactly what I had became or why I'm special because I am piquing interest or I'm making people more interested to find out what is going on in my writing. So let's get right into it. Ring, ring, ring. My alarm blared in my ear. I opened my eyes and sat up in bed. It was still dark outside. My room was always colder than the rest of the house. I could hear my mom shouting my name, Sonny! It's time to get up, get ready for school. I quickly shot out of bed and ran to the bathroom, scooping up my shirt and pants from the pile on the floor. I quickly brushed my teeth, showered, and got ready. I ran down the stairs and sat down at the table. It was the first day of sixth grade. I was nervous. I was excited. I was ready to go. My mom had set out a bowl of cereal and milk. Oh, this should be. Oh. See what happens when you read your writing out loud? You catch your mistakes. I could hear this. My mom had set out the bowl of cereal and milk on the table. I could hear the snapping, crackling, and popping coming from the cereal. I was hungry, but the butterflies in my stomach wouldn't let me eat. I took 6 bites and then felt the rumbling in my stomach. Whatever. The sooner I get this down, the sooner I get to school, I thought to myself. I gulped down my cereal and milk and ran to the door. It was time for sixth grade. Rockaway Meadow was in my rearview mirror. All the bullying, the tormenting, the getting made fun of, it was all over. Time for a new school. Time for a new me. Time for a new beginning. I felt hopeful for this new beginning. Beep, beep, beep. The bell sounded as my dad's car pulled up to the front of Central Middle School. I swung. Oh, this should be. See? Read your writing out loud, kids. You'll catch your writing. You'll catch your mistakes. My dad's car pulled up to the back of Central Middle School. I swung open the doors at the back of the building as we filtered into the cafeteria. The freshly polished floors squeaked under my brand new Shaq shoes. So, freshly polished floors squeaked under my brand new Shaq shoes. So, this is something that all of you can relate to, right? When you're doing your writing, it's really important to put in details that people can relate to. And this is specifically for the older students, students that are fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth grade. I want your writing to be like this because it's really important to instill visions into the minds of your reader. If your reader can relate to your writing, it'll make it a better writing. And by the way, just so you guys know, Shaq shoes were the Kmart brand of shoes. And if you don't know what Kmart is it's like a budget store, or it used to be like a budget store. It's almost like a Target, but like much smaller. I don't really know if they exist anymore, but they did. So they were like budget Nikes, if you could imagine that. Chris T walked past me and looked down at my shoes and laughed. At the same time, I felt a push from my back as I collided with the freshly painted red lockers. I snapped my neck around and saw no one I knew. They were all fresh faces. I saw Jose chuckling from the other side. Whatever. I just have to stay as far away from them as I can, I thought to myself. Elementary school was over. It was my time for a new beginning. A new beginning means no more feeling like I wasn't special. The first period was math with Miss Riley. Blah. To start off with my least favorite subject. Great. I sarcastically thought to myself. Pop. I felt something smack the back of my head. There was a ball of paper on the ground. I picked it up and opened it. It said, "You are hideous." I turned around and saw a bunch of kids I didn't know snickering behind me. The rest of the day went on like this. So when it says in your pre-writing sheet what your challenges are, my major challenge was getting bullied. And like this part of the story is really true for me. In sixth grade and seventh grade and eighth grade and all throughout elementary school, I got bullied. And I grew up in Parsippany, and I tell all of you this in class all the time, but when I grew up in Parsippany when I was younger, there weren't a lot of Indian kids. So I got made fun of for being Indian a lot. And this was a real thing. I came home and crashed in my bed. I felt dreadful. Wait, but before we get into this paragraph, let's go back to this. So, this is a challenge that I overcame. So, in your pre-writing sheet, when it says how do you overcome your challenges and obstacles, or what are your challenges and obstacles, this was a major challenge and obstacle in this story, is that I wanted to go for a goal, but my challenge and obstacle was getting bullied and getting made fun of and getting poked at and all of those things. And that was a big thing that I had to overcome in my story, and also in real life too. I came home and crashed in my bed. I felt dreadful. I felt broken. See all of these adjectives in that adjective list that we gave you, which has easy adjectives on top. I use the grades 1 to 4 one for this writing, but there's different ones. There's the grades 1 to 4 one that you might have, and then there's also the grades 5 to 8 one that you also might have as well. So just make sure that you're putting your adjectives into your writing, because it's going to make your writing better. Like, think about this. I came home and crashed in my bed. Can you really crash into your bed? Not really, but can you imagine a car crashing and then imagine you crashing into your bed, just like you fall into your bed and you're like, I'm just so done with my day. I felt dreadful. Like, I just felt terrible. I felt broken. Can you actually break as a person? No. I mean, like, I guess you could break a leg or break your arms or those types of things, but you can't actually break in half. But to feel broken is a very real and concrete way to feel. And that's something that your reader can relate to. So make sure you're using adjectives. These adjectives are easy, yet they're so powerful and they'll improve your writing so much. I walked down the stairs and turned my computer on. It took a few minutes as I stared at the blank screen. I typed in www.askjeeves.com. Now, for all you kids out there, Ask Jeeves was the OG Google, and that is what we used to use when we were kids, askjeeves.com, and we would go into Ask Jeeves, and then, let's see if I can find it right now. So it was www.askjeeves.com. So this is Ask Jeeves, and you could ask. There used to be like a little butler here, butler guy, but this is Ask Jeeves, and yeah, that's what it is. But it's like a Google; it's a search engine. So then I typed David Blaine card magic. Magic always made me feel better. To have an ability that no one else has is special. It's like David Blaine has a superpower. Wouldn't you agree? Like, being able to do magic tricks is like a superpower. Nobody else has it. You have it. You're special. That's how I felt. He's able to make people feel happy and surprised. People like him. People don't like me. So, in here, I said, it's like David Blaine has a superpower. He's able to make people feel happy and surprised. People like him. People don't like me. So I'm comparing myself to David Blaine, that people like him, but people don't like me. I want people to like me. I want to be like David Blaine. I want to be special. My dad walked over and said, "Don't you have homework to do? Why are you watching this? Focus on school." Like many of our parents do. I mean, they want the best for us. They want to point us in the right direction, so they tell us what they know. I turned off the computer and opened my green floppy binder. Miss Riley's math. Ugh. I didn't want to do it, but I did it anyways. And that's a big thing to remember. Also, whenever you're doing something that you don't like doing, you got to do it. Regardless, you got to do it. You got to finish it. You got to get it done. After I finished my homework, I slumped to the dinner table. My parents asked, "How was school?" I picked up my roti and tore it in half. For all of the students that don't know what roti is like a flatbread type of thing. Think of like the burrito, like the thing that the burrito wrapper, like the circle that you put the stuff inside of and then you wrap it up with the burrito. It's like that. I tore it in half. I pushed my spinach around on my plate. "I want to be a magician," I said to my parents. They looked up at me. Talking wasn't something we did at the dinner table. My dad said, "Focus on school. Magic can be your hobby. It's not a career." "But I can be really good," I said with a sturdy voice. "Your focus is school. Magic is a hobby. You can't make money doing it. It's not a real career. It can be your hobby. You can't be a magician," my parents said. I could feel that shining fire inside of me begin to blur away. So, this sentence is a very important sentence. And the reason that it's an important sentence is because you don't actually have fire inside of you, right? But you can feel very fiery about certain subjects. So, imagine if you want to be a lawyer, or if you want to be a doctor, or you want to be a soccer player or a football player or a paleontologist or any of those things, and you feel it inside of you, like with all of you, that that's what you want to do. And then imagine someone tells you that you can't do it. You have a fire inside of you, and that's being like put out because this person is telling you that you can't do it. It felt horrid. Horrid is another word for horrible. My dream was to be a magician. I was crushed. Fast forward to 12th grade at Parsippany High School. Mr. Mulrooney stood at the front of the classroom and told us a story about going after our dreams. He said that in order to follow our hearts, we must take chances and risks. People take their limitations and apply them to the limitations of the world. People can't see past their own limitations. They take their limitations and apply them to everyone. Just because they can't do it, they believe that others can't too. Don't listen to the limitation of others. Be yourself and do what you want. A fire began to roar inside of me. His words thundered through me as he spoke. Following my dreams is a necessity. The almost extinguished fire rose back to a roaring flame. I could feel the excitement rise up inside of me. Okay, so over here I have keep writing. So this is basically the first and second page of your pre-write. Okay, what I want you to continue doing is I want you to continue writing in this way. So you're not writing as in, okay, I want to be a magician. In order to be a magician, I need to overcome the challenge of learning new magic tricks, or I need to overcome the challenge of people telling me that I can't do it. You're not writing like that. You're writing in a story. And then you're going to keep writing until you get back to the top, right? And this is the same as it is over here. Alrighty? So keep writing. We're going to be working on our edits next week. Make sure you guys get all of your drafts done and submitted on time. That way we can edit it and we can grow in our writing skills. I'm really proud of all of you, and you are all growing in your writing skills, and it makes me so happy to see that. And I'm really, really looking forward to helping you grow to the next level in this writing assignment, because this one is a lot more challenging than the last one. And trust me, I understand. When things are challenging, we need to make sure that we keep pushing forward no matter what. Remember, our motto at Wholesome Learning is don't quit. All right. So, students, if you haven't subscribed to this YouTube channel yet, or parents, please subscribe right now so you get notifications whenever we post a new video. That way, parents, you can share these videos with your kids. Kids, you can watch these videos and make sure that you grow as a writer and also as a reader when we do the reading comprehension videos, and also when you grow in when we do the math videos, you can also grow in your math skills. Students, I'm very proud of you. Like I said, let's keep growing, let's keep moving forward, and I'll see you guys in class.